Hi, my name is Nicholas Vasella. I prefer to be called Nick. I'm from Merrick, Long Island. As far as live theater goes, I have been in one show, sixth grade play, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I was Gad, one of Joseph's brothers, and I've seen quite a bit of theater. My family goes into the city almost every year and sees Broadway plays. Recently I saw Mrs. Doubtfire on Broadway before it closed. And a couple of fun facts about me are that I'm a big sports fan and I love to fish. So moving over to the three words I used: impressive, enthralling, and innovative. Impressive because the actors had to memorize so many lines and spots to be on stage, and syncing everything between the music and the lyrics and, you know, where the actors were in the play. And it was just very impressive that they were able to do all that and nail it so perfectly. Enthralling because I'm a big fan of the story of Hamilton and just U.S. history in general. So along with that interest and the way the actors did the production, it was a very easy storyline to follow. And innovative because it's essentially a story from a couple hundred years ago being rapped and sung about now, and also with the very diverse cast, African Americans and minorities playing roles of prominent figures like George Washington, Aaron Burr, James Madison, Thomas Jefferson. So that's why I said innovative. And for theme, I said this play was about legacy, and I chose that because I thought about the end of the play where Hamilton throws away his shot in his duel against Burr because he doesn't want to be known as a murderer or somebody that's killed. And I thought legacy also because the entire story goes and the play goes talking about how Hamilton's not going to throw away his shot. He's always going to seize the moment and make the most of every opportunity he's got. But then at the end he does, in contrast, throw away his shot. And for purpose, I said the playmakers wanted the audience to think about legacy and what kind we want to leave. And I thought that they were successful in achieving their purpose, because when I was watching the play, I certainly thought about, what would I do if I was in Hamilton's shoes, and what would I do? Would I throw away my shot? Would I not? So for me, I thought about legacy and what kind I want to leave, or what I would leave if I were Hamilton. So that's why I thought that they were successful. The idea of owning your own, I'm a fan of that idea. I like it because, nowadays a lot of people are entrenched in their beliefs, and they think that their opinions are facts to everybody. But, obviously that's not true, and we need to be more open to change and to develop our beliefs and hear each other out. So I'm a big fan of owning your own when talking about a variety of different things. And as far as issues go in theater right now, the one that stood out to me was the well-intentioned sort of missteps and simple ignorance of productions and companies, because many of them, they put their staff and their employees, actors, and everybody that's a part of the production, they put them through sensitivity training and anti-racism training, and they think that they're doing their part and they're doing enough to evoke change, but that's not the reality, because those a lot of people just go through those seminars just to go through the motions. That change isn't actually occurring. Moving forward to the articles. The first one, we've got the open letter from BIPOC theater makers about this. It was an open letter written about systemic racism in the theater industry and how minority workers aren't given opportunities to get positions in productions, and oftentimes when they are, they're undermined or silenced. And the actual open letter itself called out theater for its systemic racism and promotion of anti-Blackness. and they call for change. The open letter from Black women theater writers. The letter explains how they've been waiting a really long time for equality in theater, and they have lists of demands on things that they expect to change moving forward. The Atlantic article about the casting controversy talked about ads for Hamilton and the auditions where they encourage minorities to get roles. And the controversy was that they were only going to take non-white people, so rather than include everybody. So that was the controversy surrounding that. The HowlRound article, the author's three main points were that there's feminism in Hamilton, and also the bootstraps immigration narrative, that it had that, and that he expressed concern over the misplaced revolution of Hamilton's racial diversity. And the Rolling Stone article talked about Gen Z versus millennials and how they view Hamilton, the play. And it talked about how Gen Z has turned on Lin-Manuel Miranda, the creator of Hamilton. In my reaction to reading these articles, I'd say the first three stood out to me, the open letters, because it's pretty apparent that there's an issue across the world, and specifically in theater, with the lack of diversity and inclusion of BIPOC people, and it's all in the numbers. You just look at numbers, and it's pretty astounding. And I agree with them that change must occur. And Hamilton, in context of these current events, I'd say Hamilton, maybe people would disagree with this, but I'd say Hamilton has done a pretty good job, and maybe is taking a couple of steps toward solving maybe some of these issues and helping with them with their casting. They had a diverse cast, and they essentially they did what other shows should do moving forward. They casted BIPOC members for characters that are white, and I think that that needs to be done by more plays moving forward. So I'd say Hamilton has taken the steps necessary and is a good first step to helping solve the issue.